Fabricating 101. This plastic shaft right here, this comes down, and this gear is set up on a plastic shaft right there. A plastic shaft that runs all the way down into there to the throttle. This is the plastic shaft. It goes down in there, and then it plugs into that little hole right there. And it's as you can see, it broke. About 30% was the only thing making contact. But I'm getting ready to just bypass this whole thing here, and I'm finna pull me an Alpig. I got me a rabbit box, an old piece of true thread, all three of them, you want to call it. And I'm finna cut and make me a key that'll go down that hole permanently. And it's about a wrap. I'll be on the boat tomorrow and with my motor. This is the thing that's made out of plastic. It's got the two grooves that goes down. It goes down in here from this handle right here, from the throttle. It goes down in this hole right here, and it goes down in that hole right there. And that's how you see. That's how it goes in that hole, and that's how you give it a throttle. It took a while, and I went at it quite a few ways, but here at D Home's fabrication shop, we figured it out. And this is the new piece, and it's none of that plastic, dry rotted mess. It ain't pretty, but it's what I need. And this takes care of everything that the plastic thing took care of. I'll show you. Okay, I'm almost finished it, but I was just doing a test run. This here, I took me a bolt. I started off with rebar welding on and grinding down. So then I thought about it. I got me one of those round, I'm trying to get focus here. Got one of those round bolts from Lowe's. They got the square thing that fits in the groove up under it. And then I lined it up and I filed it down. As you can see, I squared it up. And now that will go down in the hole. Oh, let's see. This will go down in the hole, and it goes all the way down into that hole. I'll show you. I got my mark on here where this rubber bushing stops right here, and I got my lock washer to hold it in place. That's my line right there. And this is the one that came off. It set in the hole right there. And then when you drop this choke this one here down, it will hook into it, and the gears right here will meet with these gears. But that plastic shaft was the problem, running all the way down in there. Can't even find it now, but who cares? That plastic shaft was the problem. And I replaced it with this piece of galvanized, this 10-inch screw. And as you see now, I filed the top down. I didn't worry about the notches, but I filed the top down. I drilled the hole, centered that right there. I got it on the spot it needs to go on. I drilled the hole, and as you can see, it goes right in perfect. It goes in there perfect all the way to the bottom, and this here seats perfectly. Looks like I got my line there, so I don't have to worry about that. Then I took me two pieces of rebar and welded on each side of this shaft I made, and I'm getting ready to weld that on there, and that's gonna be like this right here. It's gonna be welded on there, and that's gonna be my grip. That's gonna be my steering wheel from now on. Instead of that shaft, as you can see, it turns the throttle, does the perfect job. I don't have to worry about none of this stuff dry rotting, cracking, and breaking and stripping out. And even if it want to get gunky and stick in there, this steel's gonna make it turn. And like I said, I'm gonna weld this up on here. Can't really see it, but weld that on there. And I just grab it with my fingers, have it between my middle fingers, and I'll be turning back and forth like that. Throttling, giving it the throttle, giving it what I want. And that's the easy way to solve that problem. The problem that I was seeing everybody was having when I was looking it up was the problem with this part from the arm throttle part. And it was not lining up when it came down. So people was putting, as you can see, it's already been done, all those washers under there to try to hold it straight. And I'll give you another little taste of it when I get everything done and get it running, put everything together. Now, like I said, I'm getting ready to weld this. This is gonna be my grip, and then I'll probably spray paint it, and I'll put a little duct tape on this. I grinded it, but it's got a couple sharp edges, so put a little duct tape on it, make it look good. And like I said, you see it's perfect in that hole, turns it perfect, just like the other one did. But I don't have to worry about it scripting out, and that steel is not going anywhere. It took me a couple hours how I was gonna figure out what I was gonna do, but this plastic tied into this metal, which is stupid, and you can see only about 30% of that was a clean break, so the rest of it's been broke a while. And it's just my jumbo that I fixed up, I redid. I took my 35 off, replaced it with a little 15 because I wanted to get rid of a lot of extra weight. And this here, like I said, this right here, just replaced this. And like I said, I shaved it down. It's solid metal. I welded that on there. I sanded it a little bit, but gritted, hit it with a grinder, but I'm still gonna cover it with duct tape. And as you see, this here ain't going nowhere. Motor runs perfect. Oh, motor runs perfect, and I couldn't even find one of them. On an older motor, it's hard to even find everything now. Just to show the end result, as soon as you bump it, look, as soon as you take it off, I ain't gonna run it long because it's not in the water. But as you can see, it does what it's supposed to do now. And like I said, that solved the whole problem. I just got this handle cocked all the way back out the way. I'll probably put a bungee strap or something on it. Even if it come forward, it ain't like it's gonna hurt nothing. But took that bolt out. I didn't want to mess it up because I may end up, I doubt it, I won't ever use it. I'll probably just cut it off tomorrow, get it out the way for good. And that's the end of the Holmes Fabrication Shop. Got to clean this sucker up now and get ready for tomorrow, because we're going fishing now somewhere. Now it looks back like it looks junky like it did before, but that's because I've been working on it all day in the garage trying to get this mess squared away. I couldn't go to bed with this dirty. I had to get up and clean this boat up in the morning, and it was just dust and chips and stuff for what I was working on. But as you can see, this is the same John boat. Like I said, it's actually 50 years old. It's a 1971. I'm only 48. It's 50 years old. And this is the one that I redid. You saw in the video. I did my trailer lights and everything today. Got LEDs. Goddamn, I don't want to get stopped doing nothing stupid. And like I said, I took my 35 horsepower motor off and put that 15 on. Runs like a bull. Excellent. Because I wanted to get rid of some tail weight. So I gave it to my cousin. And I'm thinking about boxing this in, have a flipping top, but I just don't like seeing this. Looks junky back here on the back end. I like the open space, but it looks cluttered. Yeah, I just don't like looking at all this mess. So I'm thinking about, I'm actually gonna run a carpet board all the way across here, because I got a rod holder that goes in like a slant. So it'll be like a rod coming out this way and one coming out on that side. And I like this here. I changed this one because I had the other kind of pedestal. I got both high seats in the front and high in the back, but I changed this one out. I had the regular one because now I could take this here off and take it down, and I could sit it down in the hole, sit low. So when I'm driving, I'm right on even with the motor. And I also fish like that too, but because there's plenty of foot room, leg room for the drop off. But it's just the fact that I got tired of that other pedestal was up here in the way when I was trying to ride. The seat was too big in the way. You sit on one side or the other, the weight shifted real bad. So I got tired of that, so I went on and changed that out today also. But as you can see, I had this boat. It's a 19. I've had it about 12 years. Tracy got it for me, actually. I was about to buy one, and she knew a coworker of hers that was getting ready to get rid of one. And like I said, I just can't stand this clutter look back here. But as you can see, everything in front of that is good. I got my rod holders, I got my fire extinguisher, I got my pedal. Me and my Uncle Lee, we learned the hard way about going out with just a trolling motor and no pedal. Tell that story later. I got my hatches in now that I was telling you about. I got all the extra storage up under there, just like that right there. That was between the middle seat and the front seat. I also got my, like I said, my foot operated trolling motor. It's a big boy too. It gets the job done. I got my Humminbird Helix 5 fish finder that works real good. It comes up right here. And then I got another storage thing right here where I got batteries and stuff under there. So I don't have to have nothing out in the floor taking up space. And everything is working fine. Everything's working good, and I can honestly say, man, now that I've gotten this boat set up like this here, and with Bryson and Grayson catching brim, as soon as you throw it out, it goes right down. Don't have to spend a lot of money, a lot of gas like you do. But I love saltwater fishing, but right now my boys is my favorite thing, and that means more to me, seeing them happy and doing stuff, and seeing that cork drop down and them catch it. I got one, and so this here is so easy, especially the weekends like holidays. Don't have to worry about going out there dealing with all the traffic, people riding acting crazy. But this is what you can do. I got less than $150 tied up in this boat, converting it from regular to this, and maybe 6 hours of my time, and I'm enjoying it. It's a whole new life with this boat now than before. Seems like it got more room and everything.